So good there. So on today's edition, we'll be talking about transiting into content creation and eradicating stage fright when the camera is behind in your face. Because like you can see, this is my first time of being in the camera. I have a stage fright, so I want to digital Web Oracle CEO to give us a rundown because I'm also learning on how to eradicate that shyness when the camera is on you, and also how to be a professional content creator. So over to you, to the CEO.
Okay, thank you very much for that question. That question is very interesting one, and I like to actually talk about it because this is what has happened to the best of us.
Yeah.
Stage fright. I was listening to one of what was his name? Idemilete or somebody, one of a public speaker, and he was saying he was growing up. He was one of the most shy person amongst his people. So when you see somebody speaking on camera, it doesn't really mean this person was born confident. Do you understand? The only difference between you and somebody that has not started creating content is just the courage to start. It's not like somebody that's creating content is smarter than you, or somebody that's showing up on camera is smarter than you, or more intelligent than you. It's just
confident.
The courage to start is what separates you people. That is why most times when you go online, you see some people creating content, and when you pass that content, you tell yourself within yourself, I can do better than this guy.
Okay.
But why haven't you started? That person has started, you've not started. But you feel you can do better than that person. So it's not like people are smarter than you or anything. Just the courage to start. If it's about stage fright, shyness,
start.
All you need to do is just to start. People are so scared of failing that they don't want to start. During my time, I would video myself. I would make mistakes. I'll cut. I'll edit. I have a friend. I have somebody, not like a friend physically, but online. I follow this person. He was talking about his content creation journey, and how he started was when he writes a script. For those people that use scripts, me for one, I don't use scripts. But for people that use scripts, you can write down the script, and you literally be reading it out. When you read 2 lines in your head, you come to the camera and say the 2 lines, and go back, read another 2 lines, come to the camera and say it. Then when you are editing, you cut everything, and people will enjoy it. So it doesn't really matter how you do it. What matters is you are putting up something you really are passionate about, so that you can relate to people. That frequency can align to people. That authenticity, it should be something you really want to talk about.
Authentic.
You need to be authentic. Once you are authentic, you won't really have too much problem with being camera shy, because you're talking about what you are authentic about, what you love, what you want to. It's just like you now. There's a topic I can bring up and tell you to talk about on camera. Before you rehearse and cram and do practice, if you come to the stage or come to the camera, you may be missing words because you want to actually replicate exactly what you've written down. But if it is something around tech, for instance,
it flows naturally.
The same way you talk to me about tech without camera, once I on camera, you still be talking about it.
Yes.
The only problem is sometimes you may feel like I've made mistake, but those things are just in your head. Sometimes when you play out those your mistakes and play it out on camera, on recording, you see that those mistakes you think you are making were not really mistakes.
Because at times those mistakes are actually an ingredient to your
success. Now you can be talking, and maybe at some point you just hook. Instead of you just pause, breathe, and continue talking, you hook and be like, oh my God, I've made a mistake. And you think you made a mistake. There's nobody there to tell you you've not made any mistake. But when you pause, you breathe, you continue your video. After all, you're still going to edit these videos. You're still going to cut out the places you don't want, the dull areas. You're still going to cut them out. In fact, the bulk work is done while editing. There is no video that you see online that is flawless. At the end of the day, you're still going to edit it. So why are you scared of making mistakes? In fact, thank God for the internet now, and you can actually stay in your house, on your camera, and speak. Do you understand? And reach millions of people just by speaking on the camera alone. What of those days when there's no camera and every speaking you have to be in the midst of crowd? How will you now do? So we are blessed in this generation that we have things that we can be practicing on. If you are starting off content creation, I want to give you a tip. Very important tip. Start with your front camera. If you are using a phone, in fact, starting content creation, you don't have to really you don't require too much gears. Most of the videos I shoot on my phone. You understand? In as much as cameras are important, you can use them later in your, but you don't need to have them to start.
To
It
start,
shouldn't be an excuse for you to
just
start.
start.
You know, you just have to start. I don't know if you understand. So the first advice I'm giving to newbies: start with your front camera. Though back cameras or phones are actually more, the quality are
More
better,
enhanced.
but most times quality is, the difference are not much. If your editing is good,
Okay.
people will not notice. You know why you have to start with your front camera? It is easier to talk while looking at yourself. So that you have that feel that you are talking to somebody. Because one of the challenges you are going to be having while starting off your content creation journey is talking to nobody. Like, if you are discussing with your friends, it's easy to talk because you are exchanging energies. You understand? I can radio your energy. When I talk, from your response I can talk another thing. But when you are talking alone to thin air to nobody, you're just talking on your camera. It is always important, if you are starting, make it front camera so that you can be seeing your face while you are talking. It gives you that boost, you know, that confidence that you are doing well. You are seeing yourself. That is first tip. And there are on-screen, what is it called? There are apps that when you write your script, you paste it on the app, so the script will be reading in front of your camera so while you are just reading it and be. So you can also use that to practice while, you know, starting. These are the kind of things you can use. Then thirdly, you can use a dummy audience. For instance, if you have a house, if you are somewhere that you have a friend, people that you are not shy talking to, because everybody will claim they are shy on camera, but when you see them among their friends, they are parrots. You know, so sometimes if you want to learn, or people that are learning, you can just have somebody sit while you discuss that particular topic with the person while you record yourself.
So that will give you
it gives you that
confidence, more edge, and then it actually boosts your confidence on camera, like when you are facing the camera. Because I understand that stage right, that it do happen to me. Just that I've noticed if I'm talking about tech, it flows naturally.
Yeah, because that's what you.
But any other thing that I need to Google and read, man,
there's a problem.
There's a problem. So that's why this training is actually, you see, I have my book, I'm listening, I'm jotting. So anytime you are listening to your coach or your mentor, have your book to write something down. You can never cram everything. Make sure you have a note each time you are looking at our channel, because we are not just creating a content. We are the content. We are educating you out there through our content. We're not trying to make you bore you. That's what we call edutainment.
Yes.
So in this way, but that's what I'm saying. In 2025, we're bringing a whole lot of things. We want to make education more entertaining, because we understand over years that our lecturers in the university tend to bore us with their whole grammatic innuendos and all that. Yeah. So now this is where we're as part of the thing we're going to 2025 to create more like an entertainment section whereby we educate you, also entertain you. With that, I believe the education will be more in depth when we have entertainment infused into educational stuff. Yeah.
And we are not just here. If you check us, what we talk, it's not scripted.
It's a lifestyle.
There is no topic, and that is because we are actually passionate about giving to the society. There's a lot of people. I wish I had people like me while I was growing up. It would have made a lot of things easier for me. And still on the content creation matter, you know, this era, we are in the era of content. No matter what you do, you want to sell a service, you want to sell yourself, you should learn how to talk on camera. If you want to make that money, you should learn how to talk about, even if you cannot talk about any other topic, you should learn how to talk about that particular thing you do. If you are a hairdresser, if you sew clothes, there should be something about sewing clothes that you want to talk about. You know, talk about it so that people, you don't just come online and say buy this, buy that, buy this. People want you to take, for instance, if you are selling honey. I like to use this example very, 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 very well. If you are selling honey online, you cannot just come online and start buy honey. But you can come online and start educating people on the health benefits of taking honey, you know, once in a while, tell them about it. You see that the people that want to buy will buy from you even without you telling them to buy. Do you understand? So it's not just about selling. Make sure you are talking about what you are doing online. You know, speaking is very important, and that is why I'm taking our time to talk about speaking on camera, because it's very important. Camera is what people actually, you may not have the opportunity to speak in public, at least while starting. But if you're speaking on camera constantly about a particular topic, once you grow out to speaking to physical audience, it will be easy for you. All right, it will be easy for you. And the only thing you need to create content is a smartphone, be it an Android, be it iPhone, and don't come and start telling me Android quality or this. Create content. No matter the quality of your phone, create content and post it out there. Nobody's going to take it down. People are going to talk. But so long as that content you are going to create is something you, on the other hand, on the other side, would watch when you are watching that kind of thing. Like after creating your content, you watch it. If it is something you can watch, post it and keep growing. You grow on it. If you are giving yourself excuse for not starting, those excuses, you are the one limiting yourself. You don't have any excuse. So long as you are using a phone, start. The next thing you have to do is to learn basic editing, like CapCut. These things are not rocket science like before, where you used to learn, where you need to learn, what is it called, Adobe Premiere Pro,
Premiere,
or
CSS Plus, all those things.
These are things I've made. I have an app. I have an app that edits your. Just upload a video. It's just 1 minute. That's the downside of it. Just 1 minute. Doesn't do more than 1 minute. Just upload it. It will add everything for you. Add overlays for you. So captions and everything.
Which boils down to our next podcast. How does artificial intelligence aid your work? Because a lot of people don't know what artificial intelligence and how you can make artificial intelligence, be it your information designer. There's an artificial intelligence software that can enhance your design in terms of being creative in your fashion designing. There's a lot of software out there for you that you're even looking for a job to help you. It's more like a robotic, a chatbot robot to help you spool out CV, send CV on your behalf. There's a whole lot of software out there, be it you that you're even a web designer, that can help you simplify web design, just like Web Oracle is doing. So I think Oracle will need to bring out a time to really talk about artificial intelligence on how it can help the users. Because about value, I believe a lot of our listeners doesn't even understand what artificial intelligence and how it can better their life. Just like we talk about Web3, metaverse, talk about teleconferencing, 5G. Do you know about 5G? Do you know what 5G does? That you can be in Nigeria and you're in UK presenting a $300 million contract while you're in Nigeria. It's called,
and it's not on call. You appear physically there and stand.
That's what 5G is all about. The whole lot of things. See, 2025, watch this space. We'll have a lot of things that I've given you guys 3 or 5 discussions that you need to watch out. So I think you should start bugging Web Oracle on when that podcast is coming out.
Because if you are very, very interested in AI, I personally, I've not even started diving into AI because I believe that's another gold mine.
Like where we are now, I use artificial intelligence to automate my processes. Like if there's a downtime on my LAN 1, automatically it switches to LAN 2 without even the user knowing there's a downtime. Have you done that? AI.
Even most of my editings, most of them is AI.
Yeah, so I think we need to now bring out, because a lot of them don't know a lot of software that can enhance their content creator, be it a web designer, whatever you're doing. There are a lot of software that can simplify it.
I think in my next post I'll be suggesting some
apps for them. So those are part of things
for video editing.
For editing, you want to do video, you have an app. So just watch this space.
And a whole lot of things. Let's not bore you in this podcast because this podcast is actually about content creation. Let's not go far.
Let's not go far.
Like I said, there's no script to what we are saying. So
it's natural.
If we are dragging you far, just bear with us. And if you want to see our faces again, follow us, subscribe, and we'll see you in our next video.
Peace out. One love, guys.